Hello, fraudsters. Hey, that's a name. Maybe I can call you the fraudsters. Welcome, fraudsters. I can't even say it, fraudsters. Fraudsters to the Eric Zane Show podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. I was just walking in here moments ago. Well, 1 minute ago. Well, I had forgotten that there's a gigantic space heater right in front of the doorway. Why would there be a space heater there? Well, that's because it was here forever, and then I recently cleaned this room, so I wheeled it out, and left it like right in the doorway. That's smart. I frequently walk through that room when I'm getting ready to come in here, and it's dark, and it's right at like shin height. And I fucking bashed my right leg right into it. Oh, I mean, right in the front where there's all bone and no meat. My knee is already a disaster. Damn it. That hurt. Yeah, so much to talk about. Lots of little short stories, I guess. Let me address Kenny with a question. You've been walking backwards still. Yeah, I even more so, even more intense exercise. The knees over toes squats. I'm actually quite good at them now. The pain still persists, though, just not as bad. I'm learning that I'm probably stuck with this forever. It's definitely improved. I can't say enough about how much that has helped me, but I think I would be biting off more than I could chew if I suggested in any way to myself that I would be able to run like I used to. More and more evidence keeps pointing to the contrary, that won't be happening. Case in point, yesterday, I had to run to try to stop an old man driving away from the gas station whom I didn't know. What? Yeah. Superhero Eric sprung into action again at the old BP. Let me set the scene. I pull in to see a guy who's very, very old. And he is filling up one of those red gas cans. I pay him no mind. I pull up to my pump. The guy who owns or is working at the gas station is outside in front of the place having a smoke. I get out of the car. I go, hey. He goes, hey. I'm filling up my car. By the way, I still use that Upside app. It's been 15 months since I started using that Upside app. And you're like, okay, who's going to give me cash back for every gallon that I buy? And then you go there and then you click on it. Since last May, so that's 15 months, I have $85.97 in my account. Yes. That I know it doesn't sound like a lot, and it's not, but it's still $85.97 that I did not have before. I still swear by it. So that's an extra $5.73 a month. Zane math. Hey, what the hell? I let it build up to so if in, let's just say a year and a half, it'll be $100. Trucker Dan is like, that's nothing. Yeah, Dan just filled up like $700 on his truck tank. Jesus. Oh, my God. Anyway. So then I hear the guy who owns a place or is working at a place. He's yelling, and I'm like, what is going on? The old man has taken the red gas can and just set it. It's a hatchback, okay? And he he put it in there, and then he never closed the hatch. So the gas can is just there, you know? And he's driving away. And the guy goes, hey. And the old man, he's not hearing anything. So I'm going to try to, catch up to him. And within 2 steps, I realized that wasn't going to happen because I'm limping. And I didn't even come close to catching up to the guy. He didn't stop at the light. He just kind of made a right-hand turn, and he's gone. God knows what happened. I don't think anything terrible would have happened because he's driving so damn slow, blinker on. My God. But it was then I come back to the car, and the alarm on my car is going off because I think the car door was open, but there was no key in it. So I don't know. Diana's sitting there, and the alarm's going off. I come back. What the fuck? She was, I don't know. Close the door. Kenny says he knew it was open so the fumes wouldn't accumulate in his vehicle. Maybe. Or he left it open. He might have. He might have done that. I don't know. But I felt like I had to save the day or at least attempt to. You know me. Chris in Maine says, please play the audio of Easy's 911 call on the highway. I don't have that. That Pellerita would always come up with those like in a heartbeat. You know? Hey, here you go. God, I'll give the guy credit. He was Johnny on the spot, but fuck it. Not worth it. All right. So yesterday I published on Facebook, in case you didn't see this or hear it, the interview with Madison, my daughter. And she had for quite some time had been like, hey, I want to come on your podcast and tell everybody that I'm gay. And I was like, oh, okay. So we had tried to do this it would make sense to do it during Pride Month when everybody, there's pride parades everywhere and everybody's getting pissed off because people are gay. Yeah, man, quit ramming it down our throat. Quit trying to make me gay with your gay. But our schedules didn't line up. Couldn't do it. So yesterday, she was brilliant. Her beautiful smile shining through, wonderful personality. And my God, it was just a nice conversation. Hopefully you enjoyed it too. And there you go. That's where we are right now. So I've had a lot of nice comments from people who've been saying nice things. No one has been an asshole. That's nice. Thanks. Everybody's behaving. Somebody suggested I suspect you will lose some audience or something like that due to this. Wasn't being a jerk, but just said that. And I was like, well, I don't know. I have been actually working quite hard to get these people to come out of the woodwork so that I can actually then get rid of them. I've been thinning the herd intentionally for quite some time. So that's been fine. So I haven't heard anything. I'm curious about where this will go, and eventually, if people will try to, will show their ass, if you will, concerning this. Roger/Rebecca said, because they're the same. Well, they're a couple, same account, writes, I watched it yesterday and I think it was fabulous, but I never know who's here, if this is Roger or Rebecca. Roger and Rebecca, I married their son to his significant other. Wonderful time. I think this is Stevie. I think that's Stevie. Says, I haven't seen it, but I will watch today. And it is Roger. Kenny says, I'm sitting here questioning how I missed this. I put it on my Facebook page. That is where the interview is. It includes a very, very cute clip. Believe it or not, even though I'm interviewing Madison, a clip of Jacqueline when she was like, I don't know, maybe 2. And I'm actually going to play it because it's just adorable. Around here, I am known as Dawd, Dawd, or Dawdy, because we kind of Madison.
Hi, Dodd.
For those who don't know, Dawd is Madison. Jackie was the first one to call me Dawdy. Dawddy. That's why that happens.
Hi, Daddy. Daddy.
Is Madison. Jackie was the first one to call me Dawdy. Dawddy. That's why that happens.
Hi, Daddy. Daddy.
There we are. Sorry about that. Let me try it again. Could you at least hear her? You couldn't hear anything, right? That was embarrassing. Let me back up. Okay. Ryan says the clip was fine. We heard the video. All right. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. Who knows? Idiot. Anyway, so taking the time to be able to discuss that, and she had approached me about it, and about when she wanted to do that. I had said to her in advance, I go, if you ever do feel like you want to, address this, you're more than welcome to join me there. No pressure if you feel like it. But if you're in the camp of, I just want to keep it to myself, and if people figure it out, they figure it out, then by all means. I am going to steal a little bit of the thunder on this video. Madison is dating a boy. And you're like, wait, what? Huh? Yeah. And that's a very common thing because there's usually a set of questions that follow this up. By the way, I'm getting a question. Did she feel upset that Kristen Megan Kelly posted stuff on her page about Madison? Yes, Kristen Megan Kelly said publicly that Madison was gay a month before Madison told everybody she was gay. And, as much as I'm not exactly friends with Kristen Megan Kelly, logically, I could understand why she would post that, because Madison was very forward in promoting that she was gay. It was, you take one look at her Facebook page, and you could figure that out. And KMK went to my page and then looked at my personal page and then clicked on all my friends or whatever, and was able to figure out through her sleuthing that my daughter was gay. So she assumed that Madison was out because of how bold she was in her on her Facebook page. So I didn't mention that to Madison, so I don't think she was aware that someone who she doesn't know was talking about her. So, whatever. I would, as much as I'd love to find something to be mad at her about. I really can't fault her. I mean, Kristen Megan Kelly assumed that correctly because Madison gave her all sorts of clues that she was gay. So she was quite out to begin with. Stevie says, so many questions. What are your questions? Maybe I can help you. If Madison can't help you, or if I feel it's not appropriate for me to answer, I'll let her answer them for you. But what are your questions, please? I'm curious. Also, what's with the boyfriend? Is he a beard? No, she's dating a I guess I would say the term a transgender male. Ash was born a girl and is becoming a man. And that's really tough for people to process these days. Stevie says, I knew it at the wedding. Yes, that's Ash. Ash is actually taking medicine to become a male, and it's not a secret. It's testosterone injections, which changes body. So that is happening. I don't know the specifics about what the plan is for the future. I just take it as it comes. When I am informed, then occasionally I'll ask questions, and Ash is fantastically receptive to my questions. And occasionally I'll say, hey, so I've been compiling a bunch of questions. Can I sit down and ask you these questions? And Ash is like, sure. And by the way, Ash is extremely thankful when I refer to him as a dude, doing dude stuff. Ash was the type of young person growing up as a girl who dressed like a boy, the stereotypical tomboy stuff. And back then when we were growing up, because I'm old, when a kid would be a tomboy, we didn't think anything of it, but that was a young person wanting to be a boy. It wasn't just, they dress like a boy because, I don't know, whatever. They're silly. No, they probably wanted to be a boy. They don't feel comfortable dressing like a girl at a young age or doing girl things. Amanda says, I was a tomboy because I wanted to be with the boys. So that was Ash's deal. And fast forward to now, while we're discussing it, Madison had a flat tire. And she calls me, and I go, put Ash on. And the testosterone is making Ash's voice very deep. Hey, Ash, you can change it, can't you? Yeah, I got it. All right, thanks, bro. And, Ash has the sensitivity of a lady, but that's about it. So, to some degree, but very dudeish in a lot of cool ways, like that. It was a really short conversation. Matt is like, oh my God, I've got a flat. What do I do? I go, well, don't call me. First of all, put Ash on. Ash, you got this? Yeah, man, I got it. All right, thanks. Boom. Ash takes care of it. The one thing I did as a parent is nothing. When the word came down that Madison was gay and all of this, the one thing I did was absolutely nothing. I shrugged. I was like, I don't know. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. That's one of the things Madison talked about in our video. Was like, oh, Dad, it's you've You've had a lot of personal growth, Father. And I'm like, well, okay, whatever. I'm just taking it as it comes. Living in the moment. Old Easy would have freaked out. I don't know. And she kind of talked me out of that. Because when I have said in the past that I was a homophobe, she's right. I really wasn't, because we had a lot of friends, a lot of loved ones who were gay, and I didn't feel weird about that. I only felt weird when the guy said that I had a nice ass. I didn't know how to handle that one. But no, it's totally cool. And Ash is just Madison's never been happier. Never been happier. I talk a little bit in the video about the scenario when I found out. And of all people, John Domingo is involved in this. Aram says, Old EZ would not have freaked out. I'm listening to some 2008 shows, and he was supportive of trans people. Yeah, I was, but I didn't understand it. I have a dear friend in Nashville who is a listener of this show, who I know only through the show. And I don't even want to say the name because I don't know where they are in this. Who, when I met this person in Nashville, this dude, said to me, "Hey, I'm trans." I go, "Oh." No, I did not know what that meant. I go, "So what do you mean?" He goes, "Well, I want to be a woman." And I go, "Okay, now you would never be able to tell." I mean, he looks as much as a dude as any dude. Super sensitive. I remember when I met this person, and it took next to nothing, and he starts crying. He ties his shoes, starts crying, and he's there with his wife and kids. And I go, "Well, how's this?" And then as years passed, I've asked questions, like as Madison started to, as the relationship started to build with Ash, I'm trying to get bits and pieces of information. And actually, prior to Madison coming out to me, and prior to the relationship with Ash, it was really weird because for some reason, I happened to just start asking questions to this person in Nashville, almost like, "Hey, do you mind if I ask you a bunch of questions?" "Yeah, I'm an open book." "Okay, great." So then I started getting specifics about what this person is going through and take me through it. So it helped me to understand. I was like, "Oh, okay, great." And then so this person is probably in mid to late 40s, a wife, kids. And I go, "How do they feel about this?" "They're very supportive." "Would your wife stay with you?" "Yes." "Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Why aren't you becoming a woman then?" And he said, I'm scared. I am very, very scared about what the world would think about me." I went, wow. So I go, "Tell me what it's like then, living every day, every month, every year as a dude." He says, "It's horrible. I hate it." Can you imagine something that you would, I mean, most people, I don't feel weird or strange that I'm a dude. And the only way I can relate is sitting here dressed up like a woman doing my show, and how and living every day of my life like that, even though I don't want to. That seems really dubious and difficult. That gave me a sense of what this person is going through. Fast forward, my daughter dating a person born a woman, a girl, and then now a dude. We've had some remarkable conversations too. Just short little bursts of information with Ash. I'll say, "Hey, can I ask you a bunch of questions?" Same thing. "Yeah, sure." She calls me, he, pardon me. Anytime I've referred to Ash as a she, it's always been like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry I did that." And he's like, it's okay. It's not intentional. It takes something to get used to. And I often like to park on this too. Aaron from Funny Girls, also transgender. And in case anyone is like, hey, well, wow, you were really mean to Aaron. Well, yeah, don't mistake normal person from asshole. I don't give a shit what gender that person is. I still don't like you. So I'm glad that you're happy in who you are, but you're a dick. So shut up. You are an asshole. Don't ever forget that. And it's not I don't like you because you changed your gender, dick. And you're a dude now, so I'd like to punch you right in the fucking face. Anyway. It's just cool to be able to talk to Ash, and Ash is fantastic. Treats everybody with respect. Fun to be around. My daughter Madison is taken care of, and that is all I want. It's all I want is my daughter to be happy. And I have some friends who have a child that just recently changed gender too, and a little bit more difficult for them. And my daughter didn't change gender, and I think that there might be, it's the same principle, accepting people for who they are. It's a test for a person when their child does this. I cannot relate. I would just try to focus on what's happening at the moment and to be supportive. And this is why this is so important. This is why this is so important. People who are experiencing this, imagine going up to your loved ones, your mom or your dad, and telling them that this is how I want to live. I'm dying inside if I don't do this. And you reject them. Their chance of suicide goes through the roof. Through the roof. Unbelievable. And it's really, really terrible. And so the best thing that you can do is just support them as best as you can. And honestly, fake it till you make it. You will make it. You will make it. But if you sit there and object and tell them to shut up and that's bullshit, I can't get behind this, MAGA, 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 you could kill your kid. Okay? If you have questions, I'll be happy to answer them as best as I can. How can someone... Oh, okay. Ashley asked, was she dating Ash before the change started? Yes. And Ash wore his hair like a dude, dressed like a dude. But had a female voice, and then upon starting to take the testosterone, like facial hair, face structure is changing now. Voice is much deeper, things like that. And then there was a comment that was made. Now, I better sit on that one. I better not say that. It was really funny, though. I'll come back to that down the road. I'll never be able to forget it. So, yes, they were dating before the change started. So, and then in the video, Madison addresses, well, how people have said to her, how can you be gay if you are with a dude? And she addresses that in the video. I don't want to spoil everything for you. It's just a fun conversation. It's just, Corey just gets in here, and he knows nothing. Now, okay, look, you're going to have to go back and listen to all of this, okay? We're not going to get you caught up on how my daughter just announced that she was gay and that she's dating a person that was born a female and is now a male. Well, I guess I would say a transgender male. You missed all of that. What the hell? How do you get up so late? Look at, he's right. Huh? Yes, that's true. Ashley says, put your phone down and drive. You retard Corey. Yeah, don't be doing voice to text. We're sick and tired of you doing that. If Rick from TC Paintball finds out about that, he's going to whip your ass. He might already. Yeah, he's in here. So quit it. You're a young dad, for fuck's sake. Put your phone down. I got to go pee. I'll be back. Promised everybody I'd be at Bosco's last night, and no less than 3 groups wanted to go. One actually went to eat the loaded fries. Poor Amanda, she wanted to go there and engage. Ben Glaze wanted to go to Bosco's. Ben in here, he says, pretty sure the Funny Girls disbanded, but I see some doing open mics. Not funny. But then he says, but neither am I. So there's that. You are too funny. Come on. Stevie says she almost went to, almost went to Bosco's last night. Doug says, hey, man, never mind. I don't need you tonight. I'm like, oh, fuck. Mike Ball and his lovely better half, Nicole, were there. And, so I'm sitting there with Diana. I don't have to work. And she goes, hey, let's go out to eat. I go, oh, okay. All right. How about a little porkin' before? She goes, no. I go, look, I've got new sex moves. I've been telling her about my new moves, and she doesn't buy it. I go, look, that's how I get her every time. I'm like, hey, I just got some new moves. But she said she had a headache. I go, pork and then Bosco's.
Hello.
Hello, honey. How are you?
Good.
What's
going on?
I just spent some time talking about Madison's big interview.
Oh, yes.
So that was.
I think she did a good job.
She did do a great job.
Yeah.
And then I was just talking about Ash and all that. And yeah,
Ass.
no, not ass. Ash.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, what the hell?
I was telling everybody about my new sex moves.
Okay, I gotta go.
And then you don't believe that I have new moves.
You don't.
What do you mean?
You just don't.
No, I do. I always have new sex moves. They're very subtle, but
Okay.
I work on my craft. I'm full of new sex moves all the damn time.
Well, good for you.
When can I try my new moves?
I'm not going to talk about it right now. Well, right now you're minus some Pooh Bear points, so that's not going to get you very far.
Why? What did I do now?
Because once again, there's a sink full of dirty dishes that you put in there, even though the dishwasher is ready.
Yeah, that's definitely definitely a problem.
Yes, you do it all the damn time.
Corey writes, yeah, all right, but her brother leaves poop everywhere.
Okay, but who cleans that up?
Well, I think I've cleaned plenty of it up.
Mm.
So
I clean it up as well.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Why was I? Okay, I guess that's all I was calling you about was to talk about sex moves.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, listen.
Yeah,
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Did Benny poop this morning?
I did not. I didn't keep an eye on him. I don't think so because there wasn't any on the sidewalk.
Well, I guess he goes to the vet without any poop.
Well, there's still time. You got to bring a bag of poop over there. If you have to, just kind of put him on a leash and walk around the neighborhood, and he might drop one.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye. I'm telling you, new sex moves. Benny has a doctor's appointment, a vet appointment. Ryan says, breaking news, Big Fraud Zane loses Pooh Bear points live. Okay. Trump indicted again. Number 3. I was losing track because I thought this was the indictment for the Georgia thing where he said, I need 11,000 votes. I can't do a Trump impression. And but no, this is for the DC thing. For inciting the riot or trying to overthrow the election. Doesn't fucking matter. He's in front of the judge. Pleads not guilty. Okay. Someone said, yeah, this is just happening because they're trying to flex their muscle and keep him out of office. Yes! No shit! But that doesn't mean that he didn't break the law. Okay? I believe 100% it's both. He broke the law first, and they're absolutely going to work as hard as possible to make him face justice because the Department of Justice is, well, fucking in line with the president, and they want to fuck this guy up as much as possible. Is it going to matter? No. It won't matter at all. In fact, Trump in the polls leads his closest competitor by 24 points. Ron DeSantis has 20% of the vote right now if it were held today. Trump has 44. In fact, if you were to add up all the other competitors, they still don't have as much as Trump. This is a repeat leading up to the primaries of 2016. Okay? It's unbelievable. It's unstoppable. It's going to be a repeat of 2016. He's going to fucking barnstorm the fucking shit and dominate. All right? And he's probably going to beat Biden because Biden sucks. Make no mistake. I will not vote for Trump. Fuck that. Anybody but Trump, in my opinion. I wonder if we can get him on here. Been a while. Chris says, again, you mean you won't vote for him again?
Please hold for the President of the United States.
Oh, okay.
This is Donald Trump. Is this who is this?
This is Eric Zane, sir.
Big Fraud Zane, wonderful. So great to have you. I tried texting you yesterday while I was in court.
Thank you for that, sir. I'm sorry that I wasn't available to respond. I had something going on.
Oh, you always got something going on. You're always pretending to be so busy.
Sir, you sound very relaxed.
Crazy what's going on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you been paying attention?
I have, and you sound very relaxed, sir.
Of course, because I'm so not guilty. So not guilty.
Okay, now this is the third indictment. There may be a fourth coming down the road. And
we don't know, but we do know that Joe Biden directed his attorney general to prosecute his biggest rival, which is me, of course. This is not an independent justice department. You need to know that, Big Fraud Zane. This is just a bunch of crap from the alleged commander-in-chief. Let's be honest about that.
Well, I believe you. I mean, I actually agree with that statement. They're going to do everything in their power to keep you from running and winning the election. And I'm starting to think, sir, even though, no offense, I would not vote for you again, but I think you're going to.
That's terrible. How could you say that? I mean, let's be so honest, because the latest fake case brought by the very crooked Joe Biden and his deranged Jack Smith is going to be moved. I want it to be moved to such an impartial venue because the politically unbiased nearby state of, let's say, West Virginia. You ever thought about that? It's impossible to get a fair trial in Washington, D.C., which is over 95% anti-Trump, and for which I have called for a federal takeover in order to bring our capital back to greatness. It's now a high crime embarrassment to our nation and indeed the world. This indictment is all about election interference, Big Fraud Zane. And then you go on your little fake bullshit program and you say, I'm not going to vote for you. You're going to vote for me because you know the alternative is Sleepy Joe, and we don't even know if he's cognizant.
Okay, sir. Now let's say you do win.
Of course, and you know it's going to be, I'm going to win so big, you're going to see.
Well, now, would you then overturn the election in between your terms? So that mean you would be starting your third term?
We've been over this, Big Fraud, of course, because I'm owed those years. You know I'm owed those years. We won so big in 2020. You can't tell me these millions and millions of people voted for Joe Biden. It's so impossible when you think about it. And, you know, people come up to me all the time. They say, you're the president, right? And I say, of course.
So does that mean this, in the record books, it would show a 12-year term of office for Trump?
Well, I mean, it's maybe more. We don't know. We're not going to limit ourselves to anything.
Okay. What about pardoning yourself? Can you take us through how that may be if you have to pardon yourself?
Look, it's not my fault that the political opponent in the Democrat Party, the crooked Joe Biden, we've talked about him, told his attorney general to charge me, the president, Donald Trump. So maybe that's an option when you think about it. I think I would pursue that. I would totally pursue that because, it's an option, right? I mean, why not?
Now, is this similar to the documents? You just think it and you're pardoned, right?
That's totally different. I would of course, the documents, it's very different because Joe Biden has so many more documents. They're not talking about that. They're talking about, he's got these documents in his Porsche or whatever in his garage. And we had them in such a more secure place. And I told the people, I said, you can take the documents. I just need to make sure my pants aren't in the boxes, And so they raided me.
Have you heard of the name Vivek Ramaswamy?
I know so many names, Big Fraud Zane. I know probably everybody that you're mentioning, but look at this. They want me to go to prison. And I think prison is great when you think about it. So many people, they come up to me, they say, Mr. President, are you worried about going to prison? I laugh at them, Big Fraud. I say, listen, Eric, I'm going to prison. We're going to go to prison and we're going to do it so great, aren't we, folks? You ever thought about that? Let's make prison great again. Why not?
Right.
The wonderful movie, Green Mile, right? It's got Forrest Gump in it. And when he's having trouble with his penis, which I understand you have trouble with your penis, he can't pee, folks.
No, I can't.
So unmanly when you think about it. You're having trouble with your urethra.
Yeah.
Anyway, prison will have that, they're going to have that tall, deep-voiced black guy, and he's going to say, Mr. President, I'll protect you. And there will be death row. There's going to be great death row. There's going to be great death row when I'm president in the prison. It's going to be great. But if I go to jail, so does our very precious Secret Service officers. They got to protect me. They're going to go to prison like we've never done prison before. And you're going to see great things. We're going to have a whole staff in there.
I think it is a repeat performance. Of course,
it's all fake news.
I think you have as good a shot as ever to win this. It will really. Every day we have another amazing chapter to add to this. So as much as I actually don't want you to win, and I know that upsets you, it will not surprise me that you actually do win.
Well, on your Patreon program yesterday, you were talking about drug dealers and the death sentence, and I don't know if you know this. I have probably the best plan for that. These penalties should be very severe. I think we should go to Congress and put a law and, in fact, make it illegal to kill these people.
Sir, honestly, there's a lot of things we do agree on, just some really big ones that we don't, that make it an impossibility.
Well, look at it, Big Fraud. Let me change your mind. If you look at countries throughout the world, the ones that don't have the drug problem are the ones that institute a very quick trial with death penalty sentence
for the
drug dealers.
I know.
Sounds horrible, doesn't it? But you know what? That's the ones that don't have any problem. It doesn't take 15 years in court. It goes very quickly and absolutely. You execute the drug dealer and you'll save, 500 lives?
Right. Mr. President, boy, this is weird. We're having a real, kind of like an awakening between us. You never know.
It's terrible to say, but if you look at every country, they're doing it so great. I think we should crack down on it.
Okay, we're getting ready for football, Mr. President. Have you come around to the Detroit Lions yet?
No, of course not, Big Fraud. And I know the Detroit Lions may be better than anyone. I think I know the entire football league perhaps better than anyone. And I can't say for certain, any of the players or anything. This isn't the venue for that. But, of course, I think the Detroit Lions are going to do so poorly.
So poorly? That's ridiculous, sir. I've got them winning 16 games.
I don't know why you think they're going to do any good. You look at them and they're such fake news.
You don't even know anybody on the fucking team.
Of course I know the players on the team. I know everybody. I know every player personally. I've been to the league. They come to me. They say, Mr. Trump, who do you want on this team? And I gave Detroit Lions maybe the worst players.
Sir, I appreciate you as always. It's been fantastic again to have you.
Of course, and together we can make America great again. Big Fraud Zane and Donald Trump. Think about it, Big Fraud.
Okay, Mr. President. I will. I will think about it. I appreciate your time as always.
Of course, Big Fraud. Take care and tell that queen of the nasty trash people or whatever that you should come down to Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, yep. If next time I'm in Florida, sir, I'll make it a trip.
Oh, I'm sure you're going to because you're fake news. You're always delivering fake.
He just hangs up on me again. I can't tell if he's doing it on purpose or what. God damn it. Thank you, Mr. President. Jesus. Before we get to Rick on Trigger Time, let's see here. Thank you for enjoying the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I need to kick you out, but join me on ad-free, listener-supported Patreon for free. You can sign up for free, patreon.com/Eric Zane. I appreciate your help very much.